The inn was built by the community. Construction began in 1927. The inn was built because Lake Wallenpaupack was built just up the road, and the town fathers felt that tourism would come because this giant lake had been made. So they raised the money, sold shares of stock, built the inn, almost had it finished when the stock market crashed in 1929, and the inn sat vacant until after World War II. It was then purchased by the D'Annabelle family. It had a great history with them. They were successful. They ran it through the 1960s, and the inn declined in that time period. It became a boys' school. Various owners, a restaurant, a nightclub, the Szymanski sisters of famed Lawrence Welk, their family bought the building in the late 1970s, and then they discovered they didn't really like running a restaurant. So some enterprising realtors convinced us that we needed to take this place over, and we looked at it and we said, no way, this is too much of a project, it needs everything. And that was in February of 1980. And then by November of 1980, we changed our mind and just took a leap with a bunch of friends, and we raised money from family members, and we bought the place. November 14th, 1980 was the day we signed the paperwork for this property.
We were young, didn't really know that much about what we were doing other than the passion of it and the challenge of it. I think Jeanne and I have always been driven by our passions and the challenges that we like to embrace. We embrace them very differently. And we just thought that, oh, well, we'll renovate the rooms. How hard is that going to be? And then we grew into the challenge of what we were undertaking. So it was fun. It was kind of full force, all-encompassing when we were doing it. I was on the restaurant side. My interest was we developed a mission statement very early on that our food was to be presented straightforward to support small family farming and producing in our region. And that's been our mission statement for food since the very beginning.
You know, we had a lot of community support, and the way they supported us was that they came and became customers. They supported us by actually using what we had to offer and coming back again and again. So we always reinvested into the business. So we never really knew. I mean, I don't know at what point do you say you're successful, that you've done it. I don't know. I don't think I ever did. It was always like, okay, well, climb the next mountain, get over the next hurdle.
I think as we became successful and established settlers in, our interest started turning to our community, because the success of the hotel and the restaurant is dependent on a successful small community.
We couldn't be successful if the community was not successful. You know, why would you want to come to a community that's shuttered?
I think for the last 40 years, Settlers has become an anchor building and our flagship property in the community.
After 40 years, it's been so interesting that we still have customers from 40 years ago, families that have grown up, guests in the hotel that have come back and back. Our guests return because hopefully we deliver an experience that exceeds their expectation, and that it doesn't stay the same in the sense that we're always trying to build on what we offer. So I think there's the comfort of people coming back, but there's also the customers have an expectation that we will continue to focus and strive for better experiences for everyone.
Well, you know, when we bought the inn in 1980, the building was 53 years old. 40 years later, it's 93 years old. In another 40 years, it'll be 133 years old. So I'd like to see it still standing and able to sustain its age, you know, and still doing what it needs to be doing to be a success and to be an anchor in the community.
Hi, I'm Congressman Matt Cartwright, and I'm delighted to add my voice to those offering congratulations to Jeanne and Grant Genzlinger for being selected for the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Historic Hotels of America. Now, the truth is, the Genzlingers never really knew me until I started representing this area in the United States Congress. And what a genuine delight it has been to get to know them. But I'm here to tell you that long before Jeanne and Grant ever knew us, my wife Marion and I knew them. Or better to say, we knew their work. Coming up to the Settlers Inn for special occasions for probably close to 30 years now, we knew the treat of experiencing the wonderful cuisine, the impressive wine lists, and the outstanding dining ambiance of the Settlers Inn. And we knew it was always worth the extra effort it took to get a babysitter and drive up to Hawley, especially around Christmas time. The authentic, original Yuletide decorations, the roaring fire in the lobby, and the cozy feeling of having dinner at the Settlers Inn when it's cold and blowing outside. It's something nobody does like Jeanne and Grant Genzlinger, and it's brought us back year after year after year. Of course, in the last few years, I have come to know and love a lot more about the different aspects of Hawley, but the simple fact remains that the Settlers Inn isn't just the anchor of this community, it is the magnet that draws people from miles and miles around to come visit this charming village. Now, anybody who thinks about things for longer than about 10 seconds at a time knows very well that the restaurant and hotel business is one of the very hardest ways there are to make a living. But when you layer in on top of that the effort of the restoration of an historic structure and the commitment to supporting the local farming community with an authentic farm-to-table restaurant experience, daunting doesn't begin to cover it. When you learn that this family took a chance on the Settlers Inn on Jeanne's 27th birthday and went on then to take over the Ledges and the Cocoon Coffee House, both also in Hawley, the Sayre Mansion in Bethlehem, Carbondale's Hotel Anthracite with its outstanding Cole Steakhouse that I love, and the terrific Silver Birches on the lake. All of that throws into sharp relief the full extent of the truth that this couple, these Genzlingers, have made hospitality the centerpiece of their life's work. I think it's obvious that the folks at the Historic Hotels of America are on their toes. They really know what they're doing. Jeanne and Grant, congratulations on this beautiful recognition. It is a fitting tribute and a true recognition of what your hard work has achieved.
Hi, I'm Governor Tom Wolf. It's my pleasure to congratulate Jeanne and Grant Genzlinger on receiving the National Lifetime Achievement Award from the Historic Hotels of America. For more than 30 years, Jeanne and Grant have worked tirelessly to bolster the Pocono Mountains as an international tourist destination. They are forward-thinking and innovative business leaders working hard to recognize and preserve Pennsylvania's rich history. As lifelong environmental advocates, the Genzlingers have also dedicated their lives to protecting the beauty of the Pocono Mountains, ensuring the natural resources that past generations have enjoyed will still be enjoyed for generations to come. Today, the Settlers Hospitality Group, of which Jeanne and Grant are founders and co-chairs of the board, includes a wide variety of entities throughout the Pocono Mountains and Lehigh Valley, including 5 well-respected hotels, 6 restaurants, rental properties, catering businesses, and a variety of experiences for visitors. Jeanne and Grant have demonstrated an unswerving dedication to their community, serving in numerous leadership roles to strengthen economic growth, build community, conserve the environment, and encourage tourism. Jeanne and Grant, thank you for everything you've done for your community and for our Commonwealth. Congratulations on this well-deserved recognition.